Hello everyone, so I'm gonna do a little presentation here. Um, because I don't feel like showing my face in front of the camera anymore. So I just want to experience something new, which is, presenting my ideas using PowerPoint. I know I'm not in my class or anything, but I just feel like I've seen some YouTubers doing it, and I think it was kind of cool. So maybe I can try it. So in this video, um, I want to share the significance of this album you see here. This is the cover album of my favorite rapper, the GOAT, Mike, Showbiz. And, you know, this album has been, you know, the, I don't know how to explain it, but something that, motivates you. Yeah, I think, yeah, in a simple words, this is something that always motivates me throughout the hard time. So I want to explain the background story of why does this album has so much significant so much significance um throughout my you know my life, especially for the last year. So I always feel like I was behind anybody else. I feel like I always like haven't done, or I haven't tried, harder than I should I should have, I feel like, yeah, I didn't try now and hard enough in anything basically, and just like being mediocre and shit. But in the last of 2024, when I see something, anything basically that can put me into like trouble or challenges, not trouble, yeah, challenges, like problem that can, help me improve myself, I will do it. And I did it in December 19. No, December, yeah, around it, December 15, if I'm not mistaken. I tried to put myself, in doing something that is outside my outside anything that I'm capable of, especially in social situation. So I will get straight into it. So what is it? I try to do internship at a hotel. The background of the reason why I applied to do this internship is because I don't know, I don't have any specific reason. I just want to like I just thought that because I was driven, right? I was driven to like put myself in some things that that makes me like vulnerable, that makes me like, man, I'm just a piece of shit, really. Because I was feeling like shit, and I feel like I couldn't accept it. While I want to believe that I'm the shit, and that's okay and that's it. I just want to accept myself like that and move on into something that actually, that is actually productive, rather than just blaming myself for something that I should have done. So yeah, I put myself into it without any thinking. I dedicate without any idea that I would dedicate myself for 3 months in this unknown hotel that I didn't research like really. I just like apply it and then that's it. And then yesterday and then um nah and then tomorrow after I apply I got a message to do an interview and then all right I went and then I present in that day of interview and then it went well. That was I think my first real life interview ever, and also it's in the corporate settings. So at that time I was really glad that it went well, and you know I finally could gain like real experience even from just like small interview. But I, I, I could feel like some proud in myself, something like that. And then first day of doing this internship, man, I was really like shit, you know. I was I faced a lot of challenges, especially something within myself, within my mind that is always bothering me. And I was still making music. Like I posted my music. The it was like the cautious one, cautious music. That's the music that I I had made within the time I was doing internship. Wait, it was. I think I've already. Oh shit! It's gone. I already archive it. Yeah, it was gone. Basically, that topic of music, it's in it's in this album, Chumps, and somebody um wrote in the comment section that it reminds him Mike Mike. I didn't know who Mike is, and then I searched it up. Mike. Oh shit. Oh yeah, yeah. He was mentioning about this specific song. It remind He said that it reminds him of this Mike asked for me song, and then I looked that up, and then I played it. Like, and I instantly love this song so much. It brings me a lot of positivity in facing something because it was like really fit the moment. I was like struggling and shit. I just feel like I haven't put myself in anything. And this internship though, this is my first like social activity like ever. This is the first event of my entire life that I put myself like doing this shit as a receptionist. You know what? I already forgot. I already forget the terms of what I did in this hotel. Basically, like you greet the guests and then you handle the check-in and check-out. You handle you know communication between the guests and the hotel, and you represent the hotel, and then you get to show like your professionality to the fullest, and it was like really challenging, and shit, it was tough. And yeah, I'm glad that I can I could go through it like very like I I wouldn't say easy, but it was very, I don't know, it was like meditative feeling. Also because the hotel is not like very corporate, like all white, you know what I mean? Like because it is the type of hotel that it has the its own theme. I don't know what theme it is, but like yeah, green stuff. I already forget. I forget so many things, since since I don't know, since I read and tried to consume all the information that I found interesting. I don't know why do I have to sacrifice. I don't know, like the process of how I consume information. Suddenly, everything that you know has gone past for like couple of months is already gone, are already gone. Like I don't know. Yeah, it's basically like this, and it was like kind of meditative. This is where I shit. Where is it? Yeah, basically it's where my shift is like to standby in other area. Yeah, this is the main area I work, just like in this picture. This is the main area, and it was really calming and stuff. And the other uh stuff, my coworker is also like very calming. This is where I put myself into like in like situation where I communicate to people, my coworker and to guests like every single day, whether it's chit chat, gossip, anything. I really put myself into it for 3 months, and I would say that it wasn't that easy though, like because in the middle of the this internship, in the I think it was like the last month. Oh no, it was like the in the middle of the you know internship period. I I felt like I wanted to give up, because I wanted to give up because like I thought it's not worth it. It's not it's not worth my time doing this shit, because I realized that it's not my shit. It's not something that I am interested on eventually. I didn't regret it. I just want to quit, and then I'm glad that I knew it, that I didn't like it. That's it. But I carry on because I think it's only like a month until I finish this period of internship. And every single day I um every single day I go to work. I went to work because the distance between my dorm my and this hotel is like around 30 kilometer. Yeah, I think it was 30 kilometers, and it takes like 40 minutes to get here with motorbike. And I listen to this album like every day, in the morning and then at night when I came home. Listen to this album like every single day for 3 fucking months since this album released. Almost 3 months. I listened to it. I got bored, but like I listened to other artists too, like Paul J, Boldy James, but mostly I listen to it like every single day, and it really like changes my mood, and it really like gives me like, like pre premeditation before I do my work, and it is real, you know what I mean? Even though like the lyrics are not like relevant to me, but the overall sounding was really like magic, you know? Definitely the lyrics are not really that relevant. Some of the part of it was relevant. It was like talking about life and about my, you know, introspective um introspective lyrics, reflective, and also really, vulnerable. It inspires me to be like that as well, to be more open to the world, because I realized that in the period of my internship, I met so many people, like so many people, and I wasn't really that open either, but I was trying to be open. I wasn't really that open. I wasn't like, I feel like kind of weird to meet people that wasn't, like fit into the image of how people should be, because I feel like I have that kind of projection of how people should react, how people should should be, basically. It was kind of like, it is kind of like weird to have, or it is kind of like dumb to have this kind of perception of people. You should be more open, of course, but like I can't, and I'm always trying to be like that. Sometimes like my first instinct, I'm go- my first instinct of like meeting different people sometimes is like uncontrollable. I can control that shit. My first instinct, which is kind of like, what, like surprised, but like, and it portrays it is portrayed in my gesture and my facial expression, and I feel like I can make someone like kind of disappointed or pissed off because of the first, you know, impression that they get from me is not appealing. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, something like that. Because I wasn't really that open. Sometimes I close myself like too much. And I can get along. I met a couple of friends, even though it's not like long lasting like friendship, because maybe I ignore it, or maybe they feel like they're being ignored by me, so they don't reach up anymore. But or maybe because in the process of knowing each other, they feel like, oh, this kid is not what I thought. And I also thought, definitely, I also thought in the first impression I met someone that is new in this, especially the coworkers. I also thought that, nah, this is not type of people that I want to hang out. That you know what I mean? Like, yeah, something like that, and definitely something like we want to reach in life. We have different dreams, and I think that is the barrier why we don't get along each other eventually, that we don't have lasting relationship. And I think that's normal too. And I think it's really, really normal to that kind of like event can happen in our life. But realizing it is kind of weird, you know? Because I think some people can realize about it, some people cannot. When I wasn't realize about it, it is something that is normal because I didn't realize about it, but I realize now it's weird to think why do I realize about it and then why do I feel like this, like something like that. The more you realize about something and the more you are like aware about something, it's kind of weird to feel the experience. I feel like the experience is like kind of deceiving. It's like fake. Like I mean, like it makes us wondering like which one is real and which one is fake. Because when we didn't realize about something, it felt like nothing. It felt like everything was okay. I mean, like, and then when you realize about it, when you dig more about it, and when you are more aware about it, you felt like, oh, there's something weird about this, eh? There's something weird about my gesture. There's something weird about my facial expression. Why do we not get along with each other? You know, the moment you realize about something, the moment that is the moment where you are like you feel weird. So there's a time where when I was like still in high school, when I was first listening to the Blade album called The Fool, and I like the concept of the album, and I like the name of the album, which is The Fool. That was the first time I knew I understand the word fool and the fool from which Blade is referenced, which Blade referenced the from the tarot card. So yeah, tarot. It was tarot or tarot,
Tarot.
tarot,
Tarot.
uh,
Tarot.
tarot. Yeah, the tarot card. So yeah, there's a time where when I knew about that word for the first time from the Blades album, the fool. I like the concept of it because the fool for me it was like someone that is a fool. They are not have the sense of awareness of what people normally have. The the fools can't have sense of they're free basically. They don't feel like they are being judged. They don't feel like they are they don't feel about what people, you know, think of them. They just feel they, they just be themselves. So yeah, I like the concept of it, and I want to be the fool at that time. But as I am growing, I feel like I don't need to be the fool, man. I think having a sense of awareness is also kind of cool, you know? You can be, I don't know, it feels like you are aware and you are in control and you are like kind of experimenting with your mind and your yeah, I think it's kind of interesting that you can experiment with your mind that you thought it is bothering you. It was bothering you, but now this is something like interesting. Why do I feel like this? Something like that, you know. This is very interesting. Why do I feel like this? This is so intriguing. Why do I think like this? Why do I move like this when I try to speak? Like having a sense of awareness is like I think it's a beauty, you know, but it can be destructive as well if you can like if you cannot be open and you always like push push it, the product of your awareness. You, when you're aware that you are like not confident, that you are trembling when you're speaking in front of the people, and because you're aware of that, it makes you like shit, and it makes you like you're not tough, you're not as you think you are. It makes you like it makes you turn into pieces if you push that realization away, because you're trying to fix your you're trying to like modify your sense of awareness that you are the otherwise, but like in reality you are not. And by in the process of changing your in the process of manipulating your sense of awareness, you can use like destructive way, like frustrated, you're not like you're frustrated, and then that leads to depression, like why do I feel like this, why I can't accept like this, how I want to get better and get I want to get better, I want to like I can do it, I can get better and shit, like you know. Even you if you treat that as a motivation, that motivation is not really genuine, because it roots from your frustration, you know. And it can lead you into something that worse than that. Maybe you maybe you'll be something shit, you'll be something, someone that is arrogant, someone that is like has even like lower self of awareness. You're lowering self awareness even. That's even worse. So yeah, that is kind of like broad conversation. It roots from this album. I want to talk about this. I want to talk like the significance album of my life, especially the time where in the past couple of months. But like I I don't think I what's that? I don't think I explain about that enough. The main theme that I wanted to talk about. But it's been great, practicing my English through this simple conversation. So I think I'll see you in the next. Fuck, it's 28 minutes. Goddamn. Stop recording now.